Virginia is a battleground state to defend the Second Amendment, and if it could be taken away here from a mass majority that support it, it will be replicated all over the country, and you can't let that happen. So,
if Virginia falls, we all fall. We came all the way down from Indiana.
We live in the state of Massachusetts. We know about tyranny, and they've taken our rights away up there.
Hey, we want liberty, we want peace, and we want freedom.
We're out here at the Second Amendment rally in Virginia, and something that I wasn't expecting was to see so many people from out of state. We're gonna go talk to them. We're gonna see why they're here in solidarity with the Virginians and what they want to say to their governors.
Not from here. I came up here from Texas. I'm from Texas.
So you're from Texas. So since you're not from Virginia, what inspired you to come today and support Virginia?
Just the calls for action. A lot of YouTubers I watched, this was a big deal. Like, a lot of people are being affected by this. The VCDL is trying to sue him, actually, the governor, for the things he said and the bills he passed behind people's backs. He technically all these weapons are banned already.
He's not doing anything, is he?
Exactly. Let him try. But yeah, so technically he passed a bill already banning everything. And the VCDL is going to take him to court and try to get his ass out of office. It's just the blatant threats to our rights, blatantly out in the open, under attack like that, is not right. Which is why I came up here, because I knew if I didn't, like I just turned 18, so I am able to drive now. And I knew I couldn't miss, this is going in history books. I'm not going to miss that. And I wanted to be here in case something did happen.
I think it's amazing how people from all kinds of different states came here from Virginia to support the Massachusetts. All right, so you're not even from here. What inspired you to come here today and stand with Virginians?
Because we live in the state of Massachusetts. We know about tyranny, and they've taken our rights away up there. With supposable assault rifles that they call assault rifles. You know more than anybody. No such word, you know. It's a made-up term. And we believe that if it happens in Virginia, it'll happen in Massachusetts, Connecticut, California. It'll roll right through.
I think
we need to be here for them.
I think this is a good message, not only for Virginia, but also for everybody's governor in every single state, that people, not even just from that state, but from all over America, is going to come and they're going to support each other. It's not about whose state does what. It's about what a politician is doing to the citizens. Doesn't matter where you're from. People from all over the state are going to come and stand with them. I think that's beautiful.
They need to hold him responsible. Everyone in their state needs to hold their politicians responsible, because we, the people, give them the power to govern.
They took an oath, a constitutional oath, and they need to stand to it. And the American people ain't going to deal with it or put up with it anymore. We've had enough. We're tired of it.
You're from New York.
The SAFE Act was implemented. Let me tell you something. I am so grateful for the Virginians here and everybody else that stood up and said no to the governor. As a New Yorker, they took our Second Amendment right away from us in 2013 with the New York SAFE Act. They made it a very unsafe place to live. And anybody wants to defend themselves, they get criminalized, they get in prison back home. And I'm going to tell you, Bloomberg, he was the mayor of New York City. I've been to New York City many times. That man hurt the first responders on 9/11, denying them health care. You think he's going to help the health care of the country? Hell no. And I'm telling you, they don't. What they did to us, I do not want to see anywhere else. In New York, Virginia is a battleground state to defend the Second Amendment, and if it could be taken away here from a mass majority that support it, it will be replicated all over the country, and you can't let that happen. So,
if Virginia falls, we all fall. We came all the way down from Indiana. Crazy Greg Taylor, Democratic Senator up there, tried passing HB 203, and he's getting it from all sides. We're not going to stand. We're tired of not being represented. We went to war with England because we were getting representation, taxation without representation.
Absolutely.
We're willing to stand our ground. We want our voices to be heard. Hey, we want liberty, we want peace, and we want freedom. And they're taking that away from us every day. They don't represent you. So you have to speak out for yourself.
Don't force our hand.
Yes, I love it. I like your accent.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Massachusetts
Yeah,
accent, yeah.
you're like, I'm from Massachusetts.
We're here
yeah?
to support our brothers and sisters in Virginia as out-of-state folk because we know what it's like not to have a Second Amendment right. And we got to make sure that people here don't lose that right and that instead we reverse the tide and people like from Virginia can help us New Yorkers get our right back and elsewhere.
Red flag is unconstitutional. Yep.
Where's our,
No due
where's our
process.
politicians to go on the offense and start taking back the rights for New York?
Yeah.
That's what I want. Where's our GOP guys going to stand up and start fighting for New York? We need that.
We need help in New York.
We need to be on
We're
offense.
we lost our Second Amendment, and everyone else in New York doesn't. Everyone's moving out of New York that loves freedom because the governor is increasing so much of the taxes. People can't afford to live where I live, and the governor's like, "Oh well, if you don't like it, you can leave New York." Well, you know what? They're leaving in droves. Tons of people in record numbers, and they're moving to states like here because they do have rights. And unfortunately, we need help in New York. Those of us who are still up there. So I appreciate everybody here who stands for the Second Amendment. I'm going to do that everywhere I can, and I hope they will do the same for us in New York as well.